sin entered into the world, and death by sin. And so death passed upon all men, for that all have sinned. In this, we're talking about one man sin. Death entered the world. Who was that one man? Adam. Okay, so Adam was placed in the Garden of Eden and given one command. And his disobedience introduced sin into the world. So in Genesis, I'll cross-reference our scriptures. Genesis 15-17 establishes divine law. God said, do not eat of this tree. Direct command, no question about it. It wasn't secondhand. God spoke directly to Adam. Genesis 3:1-6. Eve is deceived by the serpent. But it say she gave the fruit to her husband, to Adam, who was right there with her.
Yes, he was.
So did he hear the conversation?
That's fair.
Because it says she was deceived, but Adam wasn't deceived. And I had a problem. I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to get back on it. But I had a problem because it's just like, okay, as the lawyer in me, I'm like, well, wait a minute. He wasn't deceived. Eve was deceived. But Eve, the devil never told Eve that God didn't say eat from the tree. The devil told her that she wouldn't die, surely die. So she still willfully ate from the tree. She still willfully disobeyed. But it says, okay, but nevertheless, it says she was deceived. But in the scripture, it says Adam was not deceived. He knew what God said, and he chose to ignore it. Whether or not he was like, happy life, happy wife, happy life, and he's like, I'm going to eat the fruit. But he ate it. He obeyed God, and that introduced sin into the world. So, and then Genesis 3:22-24 shows separation from God. What's the first thing God came through and asked? Where are you? And they hiding. They're ashamed because they're naked. They were like, we got to hide ourselves. So that introduced separation from God. And then in Genesis 5, it emphasizes death, in that he died. Not just physically, but spiritual death and separation from God. So going back to our scripture, wherefore as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, and so death passed unto all men. Sin entered through one man. The Greek word for sin is harmatia. Harmatia means missing the mark, falling short, deviation from God's standard. But in this passage, sin is not just presented as a bad act. Paul explains it as in it's an invasion. Sin entered into the world. Like it's a force in and of